While a mother and her children were sleeping, the nearby river overflowed during the storm, and the water flooded their house with terrifying force, destroying everything in its path. In the middle of the panic, as the current swept through every corner, the mother fought desperately to save her little ones. Their lives were spared, but they lost the little they had. With empty stomachs, the children began to cry. "Mom, what are we going to eat? The water took everything. We're hungry." Desperate, the woman took her daughter in her arms and ran to a small grocery store in the neighborhood. "Please, sir," she begged with a trembling voice, "sell me some food, I'll pay you later." The shopkeeper, impatient, immediately refused. "I don't give credit to strangers." She explained that she had 5 hungry children, that the flood had destroyed all their food, and that she had no one else to ask for help. But the man, cold and indifferent, only said, "Leave now, there's nothing I can do for you." Still thinking of her children, the mother pleaded again. "I beg you, I'll pay as soon as I can." The man refused once more. No money, no food, no hope. Near the door, another customer overheard everything. Touched by her words, he stepped forward and said, "I'll pay for her groceries. Don't worry about it." But the shopkeeper, with a hardened heart, ignored him too. Mocking her, he looked at the woman and said, "All right then, lady, do you have a list?" "Yes, sir," she replied softly. "Perfect. Put your list on the scale. Whatever your list weighs, that's what I'll give you in food." Nervously, the woman opened her purse, took out a small piece of paper, and wrote something down with shaking hands. Then she placed it on the scale. The moment the paper touched the tray, the scale dropped hard to one side, as if someone had placed a rock on it. The shopkeeper and the customer stood frozen in shock. Curious, the man began to add food to the other side of the scale, but it didn't budge. He added more and more and more. Still, the scale didn't move. Confused, he picked up the paper to read it. It wasn't a shopping list, it was a prayer. "Dear God, you know my needs. I place this situation in your hands." Silently, completely moved, the shopkeeper gave the woman all the food he had put on the scale. She left the store with a deep sigh of relief and a new light in her eyes. She knew God had heard her prayer, and that moment confirmed what she had always believed. God never abandons his children. The shopkeeper stood still, lost in thought. Moral of the story: when men's hearts close, faith opens paths no one can block. A mother's sincere prayer is worth more than any coin, because where there is true faith, miracles happen. If this were a joke, you would have already shared it. But this is a story of faith. Now I ask you, are you ashamed of God? No? Then show it. Type amen, leave a like, and share this story so it can reach more hearts.